Hey everyone, we're going to do a stock market analysis on the ticker RKLB, that is Rocket Lab. So we're going to try to keep this video under 7 minutes, and let's look at it from a brand new perspective, just kind of like what we did with the other space stock, Lunar. So let's look at the charts. The charts on the daily to the monthly here on the left, very bullish, buy. 5-minute chart, stock in a nice gap up yesterday. And let's take a look at it from a long-term perspective. So long-term, probably the company's been around for, looks to be 2021, so relatively new. Let's try to make this a little bit bigger just to confirm. Here we go. So it was a SPAC, it looks like. All right. So it was a SPAC. Remember the whole SPAC bubble of 2021? And stock looks like the SPAC went to $10 to $20, and then in the bear market of 2022, fizzled down. We have a nice little base here over this prior swing high at 805. So yesterday we probably broke that on volume, and we did. Obviously, broke it on volume, continuation. Stock was $9 pre-market today, so nice move, right? No doubt about it. The technicals look fantastic, but we want to dive a little bit deeper, right? So let's go ahead and look what is management doing here. I like using openinsider.com and Rocket Labs. Again, this is a startup, so you're going to see a lot of selling, and it looks like Peter Becker, the CEO, did sell 20 million homeboys got to eat back in 2023 of September, so about a year ago at $5. Well, that 20 million that you sold would have basically been double the money if you would have held on, but obviously probably needed the money. So lots of insider selling at $4 to $6. The stock's $9 today, so they sold a little early for sure. But again, new startup, that's very, very common there. We did see a little bit of news today on Thinkorswim. It gave me a little pop-up, and it said Rocket Labs launch service and space system completed testing and integration of the Pioneer spacecraft. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. And the Varda, leading manufacturer of hypersonic re-entry logistics company. A lot of smart stuff, say the least. About Rocket Labs, looks like the CEO is from New Zealand. Then they moved to California. Wish they wouldn't have, because California is expensive. Large neutron launch vehicle, blah, 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 blah. Rocket Lab's Photon spacecraft platform has been selected to support NASA missions to the moon and Mars. First private commercial mission to Venus. I don't like anything like private space. There's just no money in that, right? You want really the infrastructure in space. Private orbital launch site in New Zealand. Blah, 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 blah. All right, let's look at the Wikipedia. Then we'll go on the website. Wikipedia, yes, Wikipedia can lie, but it gives you a good backdrop in an easy to read format. Revenue, $245 million. Well, that's not bad. Obviously, they have some negatives as well in there. 2,000 employees, so this is not a small company. All right, and then it looks like Rocket Lab acquired 4 companies to expand space systems. So they already kind of did the buying out of other companies. That's good. Then they went public, of course, on a SPAC, as we thought about. And let's see the history. All right, so the company, private company, blah, blah, blah. In 2010, government contract. Government contracts are good. Government has endless amount of money, as we all know. So anytime you have government contracts, usually very good. Look at event stocks right now, Lockheed Martin, RTX, doing very, very well in the defense space. And here's where they went public. Electron orbital rocket. This is some smart stuff. All right, here we go. In January, Rocket Lab was primary contractor for the USF military. The Space Force military satellite project, largest contract to date. So again, good stuff. Big government contracts. Looks good. Some nerd stuff that I don't know what they mean. Launch complex mention. So It sounds like government contracts. Good, good, good. Let's see if they have a website. Do we just go to the straight website here? Rocket Lab. Do we have a website here? Well, they love their press releases. Rocket Labs. Not Wikipedia. Let's just browse the website and make sure they aren't a complete fraud. The end-to-end space company, book my launch. No thanks. I like Florida. So we have space systems, the spacecraft, the Star Tracker. Is that like the TV show Star Trek? You know, what's good though, it looks like they do some software stuff too. So that's another big plus about it. They're not just like safe go into space and, you know, rich people pay them a lot of money. 53 launches. They do some satellites, overview. Good Lord. They do engine. Wow, so they reuse the rockets? Sounds good to me. Let's see if we need anything else about us, and we should be good. So far, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Government contracts, you know, big government contracts, $500 million, and they actually have, you know, they already acquired companies, and they actually have, you know, some success already. So it's not like they're a brand new company. Space Force, NASA, you know, they have some Canon, the cameras. Oh, you know, they actually have some work already done. So let's look at the work, our history today. All right. So it looks like they're legit. It looks like they're legit so far. Maybe I'm saying that because I have call options on it. Probably. But so far, I like it. I would probably look for the stock to we're almost $9 pre-market. I would probably look for the stock to go back to that pre-SPAC high. So that would be just a weekly. That would be over, you know, $10. I don't know if we go, you know, 16. That might sound a little crazy, but maybe a move back to 10. That would be the SPAC placing, and it's not that far. Get a move over to 10, probably some consolidation, but you definitely do have volume picking up in the stock. And you can see it was kind of left for dead like many names. And now some of these space stocks really starting to base. So what you'll have is a new high, base, new high, base, new high. And then really that's a strong chart if you're looking at technical. So I think Rocket Labs, maybe I'm a little biased because I do have calls, but I like it. This one looks legit. Make sure you leave a comment, subscribe, turn on those notifications. Let me know what name you want me to look at next.